Welcome to the 21-Day Challenge. The theme of this challenge is returning to our factory settings. What do I mean by that? Children use an operating system that is actually quite different with how adults use their minds. Now let's start off with a few statistics. 1. Do you know how many times the average child laughs in a day? The average child laughs 300 times a day. How many times does the average adult laugh? Only about 17. Statistic number 2. 98% of toddlers score at the genius level on creativity scores, while only 2% of adults score as creative geniuses. What are these statistics telling us? These statistics are telling us that children use their minds very differently than we do as adults. Children rely on the innate qualities of what we'll call beingness to actually live with a very high level of creativity, of joy, of happiness, and of connection. Certainly we see that kids are not easy and they cycle through a lot of different emotions. But on average, though, these statistics are showing us that they live with a depth and a beauty that often we have lost by the time we become adults. And so returning to that way of being in the world is our best bet for becoming happier. And so the goal of this challenge is to, 1, understand what the bugs are in the system, why it is that we find it so much harder to be joyful than we did as younger people. And 2, teach us the practice of meditation. Meditation has been demonstrated time and time again over centuries to be a tool that can bring back some original qualities back into our life. We're going to be going through these qualities quite a few times, and beautifully they line up into the 8 C's and 5 P's of the true self. The 8 C's are calm, curiosity, compassion, connection, confidence, clarity, creativity, and courage. The 5 P's are perspective, patience, persistence, playfulness, and presence. Certainly for me, starting a meditation practice really helped bring those qualities to the forefront of my life. I certainly started this practice in order to just feel less stressed. And what I saw was it brought in a beautiful richness, a beautiful sense of clarity, and a capacity to be much more connected and happy in the world. And so I invite you to have an open mind about it, to give it a chance just a little bit every day, and see where a little bit of mind training can help you bring back some of the most beautiful qualities back into your life. Meditation is the cornerstone of stress reduction and happiness for me, and I hope that you too will find value in this practice. So let's start. Starting with some long exhales can help settle our minds a little bit. Bringing a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then making your exhale as long as it will possibly go. Breathing out through pursed lips, and stretching that exhale as long as it will go. And then simply taking another deep breath in through the nose, and exhaling through those pursed lips. One more on your own. And then returning to normal breathing. Meditation is really about becoming expert noticers. So I invite you now just to simply pay attention to the feeling of breathing. What does it feel like high in your nostrils to breathe in? Just bringing attention to that part of the breathing. Breathing in again. And simply bringing your full attention into the sensations of breathing, as if you were a scientist, noticing all of the qualities of the experience of breathing. And now noticing how the chest collapses around the out-breath. So noticing the in-breath in the nostrils and the out-breath as your chest collapses. Again, this is just about being able to pay attention to breathing. Now your mind is going to want to wander. It might wander into what you're going to be doing later on in the day. It might start to wonder why you're practicing this right now. It might have all kinds of thoughts. And for now, the instruction is to let go of those thoughts by returning your attention into the experience of breathing. Just noticing the breathing in the nostrils and in the chest. And now we'll bring our attention into the space of our feet. Again, as if we were scientists, noticing the sensations of the feet. Are they hot? Are they cold? Are they symmetric? What do your feet feel like right now? And then bringing attention into the space of your knees. Noticing if there's clothing rubbing against your skin. And then noticing inside the joint of your knees, can you pick up any sensations there? Are the sensations symmetric? Is there any pain in your knees? Trying to find the sensation in our knees is a little bit more difficult when our knees aren't actually being used. What does the inside of the knee feel like? And then bringing the spotlight of attention into the interface of your body with the chair or your body with the floor. Where are those pressure points where the body is meeting the chair or the floor? Our only goal is to notice what's going on, to pay attention to what we want to pay attention to. Bringing attention up now into the space of the chest. See if you can pick up that heart beating. Noticing this amazing structure that beats all on its own, 24/7, keeping us alive without any micromanagement on our part. And then also noticing the lungs which work beautifully in concert with the heart, delivering fresh oxygenated blood wherever we need it. Noticing this tremendous intelligence that lives within us. Is it possible that there are other places in our lives that we can rely on this tremendous intelligence without feeling like we have to overthink everything we do? And so now let's move our attention up again, this time to the space behind the eyes and between the ears. This is the space where our thoughts like to show up. And so sometimes this space feels very peaceful and very big and very spacious. And sometimes, if you're a human, this space feels very crowded, full of thoughts and emotions that don't seem to want to settle. And that's okay. That's where most humans live much of the time. And so starting to develop the capacity just to notice these things, just to notice the thinking that's going on, just to notice the emotions that are rising. And in this space, we again pick up the breath, noticing what it feels like on the inhale in the nostrils, and noticing on the out-breath how the chest collapses. And we'll sit in silence together for another little while. And so as we wrap up this meditation, I invite you to notice something that you're grateful for. Maybe somebody who's helped you with something today, or an opportunity that's presented itself to you. And just notice where in your body you sense that sense of gratitude. Just focus on that. Make that the object of your meditation. Breathing in as if you could amplify and magnify gratitude. And remembering that we can't control all the distractions and the disruptions that are going to happen to us during our day. And we clearly can't control our thoughts or emotions. But we can start to have some agency on how we respond to all of the distractions and disruptions, even how we respond to our own thinking. And this is where our freedom lies. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.